Dang. Okay. Oh my gosh. Why am I having problems with my little camera all of a sudden? Sheesh, man. Hi, guys. Okay, I'm set. Whew, this is our last little section of the Industrial Revolution. Yeah. Um, there are, hi, baby girl. Freya came in to see you. Come here, baby. There are some scientific and medical advances that are happening during this time period, during the 1800s, that matter. Okay. I'm getting an MISD phone call. Hold on. Okay. So anyway, there are some scientific and medical advancements that we need to deal with during this time period in the 1800s. So first of all is this guy who you all should be saying thank you to right now. Everybody real quick, just say thank you. This guy's name is Louis Pasteur. And Louis Pasteur is French. He did a lot of studying and he discovered bacteria dies when you heat it up. Okay, so the first thing he says, like bacteria, people knew about. Okay, people always are going to be like, Louis Pasteur discovered bacteria. No, he did not. That was a guy named Zacharias Janssen a long time ago. But Louis Pasteur discovers that the bacteria actually Flint? Okay, Flint was sick. Blech. He was puking. He's okay though. We got it cleaned up. So back to Louis Pasteur. So anyway, he discovers that heat will kill bacteria. So he starts pushing this idea that is just, shocking and crazy to people. Wash your hands. He says, guys, if you will wash your hands with warm water, you will get sick less. No way. Yeah. He's the one that starts doing that. He also starts this process called, we today call it pasteurization, named for him, which basically means you like heat up stuff real fast, and then you cool it down, and then you heat it up again, and then it gets cooled down, and the bacteria all dies. Right now, like stop this video. Go to your refrigerator and look at your dairy products, especially milk. Your milk is going to say pasteurized by, and then there'll be a date. Like it's law in America that dairy products have to be pasteurized. So it's heated up and then cooled down and then heat it up real fast so that it kills the bacteria. Okay, so say thank you to him because now we know to wash our hands. All right, the next, it's a girl. Ladies, Marie Curie. Marie Curie, she's also French, by the way, but Marie Curie is working in the lab with her husband and she discovers radioactivity. Okay, is radioactivity good or bad? Well, what can it be used for that's good? Well, microwaves, your phone, x-rays. Some radiation kills some cancers. Yeah, so radiation is great, right? But is it also bad? You can also die from radiation. She did. She died from radiation poisoning. Some radiation causes some cancers, which is so weird to me that like it can cause it, but it can also kill it. It's so weird. So radiation is one of those things that's like, I don't know, like a good and a bad thing. And radioactivity is directly going to help lead to the atomic bombs, which are coming. All right. So Marie Curie, just a little side note about her. She did end up dying from radiation poisoning, but something that's really interesting, her journals, like where she kept all of her notes and stuff, her journals are still to this day, like right now, like 2020, like 100 years later. Freya? I love my dogs. I love my dogs. I love my dogs. Her journals are still so radioactive that you still have to like be in total protection whenever you look at them. Still 100 years later. Okay, let me clean up Freya's accident on the floor now. I'll be back. Okay, we're going to try this again. Freya thought it would be nice to pee on the floor. Okay. So, we have Louis Pasteur discovers the process of pasteurization, which is when you heat stuff up, bacteria dies, right? Then we have Marie Curie, who discovers radioactivity. Okay. The last guy that we need to talk about is the one that is a little bit more involved for where we're going next week. Okay, a lot of kids freak out when I say his name. Just be calm. Charles Darwin. Oh my gosh, we're going to talk about him? Yes. Okay, but listen. If you believe in the monkey thing, cool. If you don't believe in the monkey thing, okay, cool. That doesn't have any bearing on what we're doing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. Charles Darwin is down like on an island, and he does other stuff, but this is his big thing. He's down on a set of islands called the Galapagos Islands off the coast of South Africa, America. I swear this is the worst video ever. I'm so sorry. But off the coast of South America. And he's studying animals. Okay. One of the things that he comes up with, two big theories: survival of the fittest, and then the second theory, natural selection. Survival of the fittest says the strongest animal will survive. Okay? Well, now I'm sneezing. Okay. The strongest animal will survive. Okay, y'all, listen. Strongest does not always mean physical strength. I mean, obviously, if you have a lion versus a rabbit, the lion's probably going to win. All right. But if you have a lion versus a human, could the human outsmart the lion? Sometimes strength doesn't mean physical. Sometimes the strongest animal will survive means mental strength. Sometimes it means emotional strength. Sometimes it means natural selection. The idea that the animals that can adapt the best to change are the ones who are going to survive. Okay, listen. You have had to adapt to a whole new way of school all of a sudden, ever since spring break. This online thing. Some of you are adapting very well. Some of you are not. Some of you are kicking and screaming. Some of you are emailing me every 2 seconds, asking questions. I can't. Okay, listen. What he says is the animals who can adapt the best to changing environments, to changing situations, they're going to be the ones who can be the most successful. Sometimes survival of the fittest, it doesn't mean physical strength. It means emotional, it means mental, and it means those who can adapt the best to a changing situation are the animals who are going to come out on top. The strongest animals were the dinosaurs. Boy, I said that so southern. The dinosaurs. Okay, the dinosaurs were the strongest animals, and they're all gone. Why? Because they couldn't adapt after the meteor or whatever happened. Okay, they couldn't adapt to the changes. They died out. If you can't adapt, your species isn't going to survive, he says. That idea is going to be applied next week to empires. Well, if your little civilization can't adapt to the change in technology, then you deserve to be taken over. That's going to be the mindset. And it comes from this idea of survival of the fittest. Now, guys, understand, Darwin is talking about animals. He never one time says, well, England is the strongest country mentally, physically, and they've been able to adapt the best, so they deserve to take over everyone else. He never says that. But that is going to be kind of what gets applied to his idea. Well, if it works for animals, it must work for people. Well, if it works for people, it must work for countries. Does this make sense? Okay, I'm so sorry. This was like the craziest video. Flint puking, Freya peeing, me sneezing every 2 seconds. Oh, they'll be better, I promise. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Okay? All right, next week, imperialism. We're taking over the world all over again. Bye, guys.